Hey, Will, I wanted to send you a video along with your report card for some quick tips from our Sisler game. Will, I really thought you did pretty well, especially considering that it was your first time playing an organized football game. I really think you're going to be okay. If you can continue at it the way you have, by time we get halfway through the season in the fall, you will be a very good lineman. So the first thing I want you to take, Will, is you did a really good job, especially considering it was your first football game ever. I'm really pleased with what you're doing. With that in mind, here are two things that we need to improve on. One is minor, the second one is really significant. First, I want you to imagine that we're running the play in this formation 6GO. Now, your assignment on 6GO is to block down to the center unconditionally. So you imagine that there's railroad tracks here. And anybody who gets on your railroad tracks is yours. That would probably be this guy in the gap between you and the guard. You got to him, but there were also quite a few times that you got to him, hit him, and you stopped your feet. And he either pushed you back into the hole where we're running, because remember, we're going to run the ball right here, or he went over top of you and got into the hole. So this is just a matter of technique and practice. When you down block, get that head to the outside, and we need to drive that man down because we need you to widen this hole. We need him pushed out of the way so that we get a lane here and a lane there to run through. Okay, that's 6GO. Let me go to my second part. I need to erase a little bit for clarity. I want you to imagine that we are running 65 crisscross. And your job on 65 crisscross is to run the circle. Now, this is something that you didn't do particularly well. On 65 crisscross, we're going to get a down block, down block, down block, kick out, and then you run the circle. Okay, so you were good getting out of your stance, and you were good getting here. But what you didn't do really well was you didn't turn the circle up here and then find somebody to block. Quite often, you would end up over here. We don't need you out here. We need you forming the inside of the wall here, because we will have the guard forming the outside of the wall there. And then the wingback runs up in it. So my two things for you, Will. Make sure that we are turning in with our circle and that we're finding somebody to block. Don't just dance out there, find somebody. And secondly, when you block down, make sure that you are blocking down all the way and pushing that man in this direction. Don't just make contact and stop. Other than that, Will, it was a pretty good day. I'll see you Monday.